Good evening from Double Tap. It is time for a MASH monthly meeting, and I got myself English cask on the engine. Delicious. It's a busy night. We got beer drop off and the duel and the extract competition. It's busy.
If you need to grab another beer, do so now. If not, feel free in the middle of everything. Yeah. Please sign in if you brought the bidder for the MASH round. Last call for a club-only competition. Right up here, the sign-in sheet. The beers here are for Garden State. We're collecting for anybody that wanted to bring. Paul's going to be running down to Brew Hardware on Thursday. If for some reason you still have entries and you didn't bring them tonight, you can get them to Brew Hardware on your own. That closes out next Friday. So anyway, let's get started. I think everybody has been to a meeting before. If not, hello, welcome. I am Rich. I am the president.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich. Depending on how things go, we have the elections tonight. And next month we will announce the new board and new positions. So this could be my very last day as president. Who knows? We'll see.
Just try.
I am just mentioning it. So before we get started, Joe had an announcement to make. Joe.
Okay, do you know what today is? Tuesday. Do you know it's Fat Tuesday? Right? It's Mardi Gras, right? Well, this is your last chance for king cake. Okay? I did not bake it. Okay? Last chance for king cake. Do you know the story of king cake? You will have to know that. So, it's for luck. There is a plastic baby toy hidden in the cake. Okay? Whoever finds the baby gets the luck, but you have to bring cake next time. But today is Fat Tuesday. You will not get a king cake as of tomorrow. No way. It is only 6 weeks, and that's it. I was just in New Orleans. I had plenty of king cake. This is not from New Orleans. That's a different story. Shipping it back home was a disaster. Thank you, post office. And we're in a former post office. Anyway, so there is some king cake, and good luck whoever finds the baby. It's not this one. This is just to show you what it is. There is one, so don't eat the baby. Right. So anyway, that's the surprise. Down in New Orleans, king cake does go with beer. So it won't be bad. You're welcome. Thank you.
It's the new year. It's we need to meet up for 2026. These are $30 if you're an AAJ member. They're $25 if you are not. I accept cash and pay back. Come see me for the day.
Because we're at the beginning of the new year, a lot of people have not paid yet. So see Mike if you have not paid. In order to be in something like the club only competition, you have to pay. If you haven't paid, you brought beer, make sure you pay by the end of the day. Next.
Before the voting is done.
Well, we're still the officers tonight. Work shirt, I'm going to mention it until we're ready to go. We don't quite have the minimum, which is 12 people. So if you are interested, on Discord in the group buy, there is the link to the form for ordering a work shirt. Once we get to 12, I will make another announcement at that following meeting, and then we will put it in.
Due to popular demand, and because I like to talk, we're going to do a follow-up to last year's cleaning and sanitation. So not necessarily a repeat, because it was such a good conversation, because it's such an important topic, trying to make it an annual or semi-regular thing. So if it's a topic that you're passionate about, if it's a topic that you're interested in and have opinions on that are credible opinions, let me know. Just chat me here tonight or on Discord. I'm looking for a few volunteers to help me organize and prep that presentation. Especially especially if you have equipment that you haven't cleaned in a while that you're willing to like expose and show and talk about, like I did last time. I've deliberately not cleaned some things so that I have things to show. Not in a bodily way.
Great, thanks, Eric. Next, Brian, want to talk to us about book club?
I really like the idea of sanitation being something we do every year because that's such the like foundational pillar of this hobby. But we can just keep bouncing around other educational ideas. So if you have an idea that's not sanitation for next month, come let me know. We can work with it. All right, we're working our way through our book club, tasting beer. Our next meeting is going to be on St. Patty's Day. We're doing it slightly different. So we met twice for this book already. We're now moving into where they go through regional styles. And so what we're gonna do is mix kind of what we used to do during COVID, where we have beers to bring home and then drink during the meeting that we can discuss, so that when we talk about Irish beers, when we talk about continental beers, we'll have selections for that. So in Discord, I'm gonna put a note up, and if you're going to actually come on, join the meeting, help me get a head count. And then the benefit of us swapping the meeting is I can have those beers to distribute at our next meeting, because the book club will be the week after. All right? So I'll put it up in Discord, but if you're not on Discord, come let me know. We'll make sure you get in there. And the book club's been going well. This is the third of 4. So this month we're March, and then April, and then we're finished. And so we also have recommendations for the next book. So if anyone has more ideas, we've got a whole slew of recommendations, but just let me know those as well.
And Dan, you want to talk about the upcoming trip?
Okay. Bus brewery trip is coming up. That's March 7th. Saturday, it's all day. We're going to 3 breweries and 1 really nice British pub with and Cascale, real ale. I've got a lot of people already that told me they're going. You're on my list, but I'm going to try to find anybody tonight that I haven't talked to yet and see if you're coming. We have a lot of room on the bus. We've got about 20 people signed up, and we have room for 54. So we have plenty of room. We're going no matter what. They already bought the bus. We have extra seats. We can stretch our legs out. But if we have more people, it's better, because then we're splitting the cost between whoever shows up. So the more people that show up, the cheaper it gets for everybody. So tell friends, family, whatever, and then talk to me either live or on Discord, and give me an estimate if you want to up your number from 1 to whatever other number of people you're bringing. I'm bringing some friends too. So see me tonight and talk about that.
All right, moving on to competitions. Paul, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to do a super quick rundown. There are no MHP updates unless somebody has something that I don't know. Rate My Homebrew. I've been making updates to the site. You now have to be in the club to use Rate My Homebrew. If you don't use it, you're fine. If you would like to use it, come talk to me. I will get you set up. Take me in Discord. We have a link to make it work. For people that take beers from Rate My Homebrew tonight, see me before you take a beer. I will walk you through the new system for claiming the entry, so we know which judge has which beer, so I can hound you appropriately. NHC Philly is April 10th. Registration is open. We don't have a New York this year. It's just Philly. So if you're going to judge or enter, that's where you're going.
10th and 11th.
10th and 11th. We have our male entry club competition coming up, which is P-Mash, Yeasty Boys, No Sleep Till Belgium. Belgian-themed beers. The website's up. You can check it out. We'll post it in Discord. It will be on April 18th. The idea is to get people into judging. If you haven't judged before, come judge. We'll pair you with an experienced judge. Enter your beers. We'll have a good time. It'll be a one-day thing. We are doing our first club-only competition tonight. Extract kits. If you didn't bring an extract beer, you're late. For the rest of the year, we have next month, we're doing ciders. May, we're doing alt beer. August, we are doing Iron Brewer breakfast beer. I don't care how you declare this is related to breakfast, make something fun. It can be August. It can be a coffee beer. It can be a Taylor ham and eggs beer. Do whatever you want. If it is not vegetarian, declare it for the vegetarians. And then in November, we are doing meats. Meat. So if you would like to participate in the meat club only contest, start last month. but let's start there.
In March,
I think it's
we're going to
Michelle.
be at Lions Roar in Westfield. For those of you that aren't aware, our old friend Steve Ashton is now the head brewer at Lions Roar, which is one of the reasons we're going. Like I said, it's going to be March 10th, not the 17th, so it's the second Tuesday. We're going to have our club-only competition for ciders. We're going to have a brewer's duel of a Kolsch with Jim Wang and Eric. And Paul's got a mash lab that he's working on with Steve Ashton. In April, we're going to be at Oak Flower. Eric already said he's doing a presentation with some help from another couple of people on cleaning, sanitation, troubleshooting. You have a brewer's duel lined up for April. It's Gary versus Steve Blanchard, American Wheat. Neither of them are here tonight, so no preview. Tonight, first thing we're doing is the brewer's duel.
We're starting to hand out the Brewers Duel. After the Brewers Duel, we have a mini mash lab of a second pour of one of those entries. So don't kill what's being given out. I don't know whether it's A or B because I'm in it and I'm double blinded. But so don't kill both of your entries because we'll have another pour of one of them once the duel is done.
What style is this?
Oh, style.
Weizenbach.
By a vote. Beer A. Who was beer A?
Brian and Brian.
The Bryans.
So you want to talk a little about what we did?
Sure. Well, you got the recipe, so you want to put the recipe.
I can. So I gave him a couple of Weizenbachs to taste. The one I prefer is the Aventinus. So that's what this really is supposed to be a clone of. So it's 9 pounds dark wheat, 5 pounds Pilsner, 2 pounds Munich 2, some rice hulls, 12 ounces of Melanoidin, 8 ounces of caramel, 8 ounces of Special B, and 4 ounces of pale chocolate.
All that for a 3-gallon batch?
No, so it's a 5-gallon batch. We split batched it. So that's part of what's coming up in a few minutes. We poured a second pour. So we went to Brian's apartment on his new all-in-one. We brewed it, which was a lot of fun. It was very cool to see how simple that process was. Then we each took half. Mine went into the kegerator after fermentation, and his got bottle conditioned. So what you tasted was bottle conditioned, and so we're going to have a pour now of a version of A in a minute that was forced carb. Now the sample that's coming out here, I'd be interesting to hear if you can hear it, if it tastes anything different. I took my fermenter home, put it into my fermentation chamber, and the sensor probe fell out. So I chilled this down way colder than I intended it to. And when I realized it, panicked, it just didn't do anything. Figured, let's see if yeast does it, and it did fine. So it chilled quite a bit. It started from icy cold. We were brewing it in icy cold weather anyway.
Yeah.
David snowed.
Same yeast in both halves, right?
So we instead of doing a yeast starter, I bought 2 packets of the same yeast. And so at the place we actually pitched, we just opened one packet in his, the other
You
packet.
took it home and chilled it.
We did, yes. So then I had ice cold yeast, but it did okay. Yours yours got hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I had tons of Krausen overflowing the Fermonster and blowing off the thing, so I put in a blow off tube, and I put it into another bucket in order to just contain it. It was the most active fermentation I ever had.
Everybody's are notorious for needing enormous amounts.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What yeast was that?
It's the one you recommend. OL. One more? Anybody else? OI 21, so the Hefeweizen yeast.
Yeah, it was a fun brew. And glad to participate.
But once fermentation was done, I was cold crashing it, and the same damn mistake happened. My sensor probe came out, and so I froze this sucker solid. I've never done that before. Like, we talk about freeze distilling, this was one solid piece of ice. And so I just I rejiggered where my temperature probe is so that this won't happen anymore. Let it go a bit, And so if you taste anything crazy in this, but when we tasted them, the difference was very subtle. It wasn't that big.
What's the difference in final gravity of the two?
They're indistinguishable. 1 point, like 0.20 and 0.2, like very close.
Right.
2.1, 2.0. So we wound up at the same spot.
Yeah.
Tried mine going through freezing, bottling, and mine was force carbonated, and his was bottle conditioned. So the one you tasted in the Brewer's Duel was the bottle conditioned version, and the second pour was the force carb. So
Any comments about the differences?
force carb.
I did get distinctly as he's careful.
Yeah, I think the
Whether it be from the first freeze, the second freeze, or the force card, I don't know. But
Too many variables.
somewhere in there, you know, lost. You had a lot of the forward notes that were good, the weak notes were there, but the yeast character was really
I agree, and I didn't intend to have that many variables. I'm just an idiot. My thermal probe kept flying all over.
I went for our entire club.
Happy mistake.
So we agreed. When we met a week ago, we tasted the two and wanted to put the bottle condition into the competition.
Oh, so you had a choice of which one you wanted to put
Right,
forward.
we could only really
You guys
put
did
one
like a
into the
face
competition, and we decided to put our best foot forward, and we chose the bottle condition as the best example.
I perceived the bottle conditioned one as being a bit drier than the other one, but I think it was just a carbonation thing. You said it was the final gravity, you said it was the same. We're right on the perceived attenuation of that.
We started out with, well, it got a little bit mixed up. There was one kit bought, and I might have been part of the mix-up, but it wasn't the right kit, and then I had to get them, you know, I had to buy, I'm like, can we doctor this, or I gotta just buy a new one? He said, no, we'll like get a combination of the two kits to get where we were. Which is all good and fine, but then when we got there was two different yeasts, and we're like, oh no, it's not even the same yeast in the two different kits. So there are two different yeasts in our beer, but we decided, because I was gonna have to run home, I actually had another second yeast of the style that you had, but we just said, let's go with it. And you tell us about the fermentation, because you said you had to change things.
Yeah, we did. I thought it was the most unique beer that we made because it was. I initially thought it was going to be the Weiss beer, but then and you said no, we're not do Weiss beer. We do Weiss Bach. Sounds very similar to me, but what we did, I think the ingredients are extract. I'm not going to repeat them, but we have 1 pack of Munich Classic, 1 pack of like W65, but the W68, like yeast, and I fermented for 2 weeks at about 65 Fahrenheit. So fermentation is fine. The bottling process is a little screwed up because I bottled the deposit on the bottom. I bought it in the bottle. So yeah, everything else is all normal. So we prime it. We did the solution. We did the prime sugar. We diluted water, and we get the normal process. Everything else is congratulations to Brian Brack. Congratulations.
As soon as we're done with the Brewers Duel, we have to have our formal elections. In the newsletter, the 7 candidates had included their brief introduction to themselves, or if you are already familiar with them, a little bit more about them. There are 7 people running for 7 spots. Everyone has to be voted in. So if there is an issue and there is anybody that we have a problem with, we have to have an actual runoff. Otherwise, I'm just going to say everybody in favor, and everyone will raise their hand, and that'll be that. It's the current board members plus Alex. So I am just going to say, does anyone have any objection to any of the 7 people?
Alex be the president.
That's not for the membership to decide. So So everybody in favor of all 7 people that are running for the board, say aye.
Aye.
And nobody opposed. It is passed.
Let me
Thank you.
rephrase, you, not me.
Alex, welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you for stepping up. We're going to have the club only competition. The club only competition is extract. It's any style. We've been told what the style is for each beer. And hopefully everybody was true to following the instructions and not doing anything different other than what we had said you could do.
Maybe this year, bought an off-the-shelf extract kit and brewed it per the instructions with the kit. So this is really about your process as a brewer and not about your ability to do excellent recipe development. So as you're drinking these, really think about what was the quality of the process when I'm tasting a good beer and not this is the best recipe formulation I've ever had in my life. And remember as your model, Keith, who can't be here, who's a nationally award-winning brewer, who brews everything extract. So brewing extract is not an excuse for mediocre beer.
What we had said several times was to really just follow the recipe.
No idea.
Other than
First one,
and if you want to make a yeast starter, we really wanted you to just use what was in the kit.
Quiet down!
That's a lot of beer, guys.
How many?
15. 15, I think we should have did this over a couple weeks.
I knew.
That's a lot of beers, guys.
Yeah, I have a great father.
All right, guys, we're going to announce winners.
All right. It was very close at the top end of this competition. We have no third place. We have a tie for second. So, tied for second with 40 votes apiece. By the way, first is 5, second is 3, third is 1. 40 votes. With the Saison, Mark. Also in second place, the American Amber, Joe. In first place, with 54 votes, we have the Belgian Triple.
And because these were all extract kits, we don't need to really talk about it. Nobody really did anything. And then at the end, after we're done with the club only competition, we still have more to go. We have our mash lab, which is the work that we took from Learn at Home Brew Day here, which was a British bitter beer. Many of us took it home and we used different yeast to ferment with. And we're going to taste whoever brought samples and see what the differences are. So we do have the one last thing, the mash lab. 4 people brought their bitters. We all use different yeast. Anybody that's interested, come over to the side. Ryan's going to pour the samples and we'll talk about it.
Right, so the idea of the Mash Lab, Double Tap is wonderful for homebrewers. They ran up, learned to homebrew day, and brewed the batch here. And so if you want their version on the beer engine, you can get a sample. That's what I'm drinking right here, the backfire. So this is the brewery brewed version. And then we have 4 versions of the home fermented of the same wort with 5 maybe. Apex London yeast, Windsor yeast, T50 Belgian yeast, Verdun, and Nottingham yeast. So we have 6 different yeasts. So if you want to come taste the beer engine version and compare it to our home versions, we're not going to do the running around. We'll be over here pouring, and anyone who wants to do this part can come self-select. And I recommend you get the beer engine because it's delightful.
So a homebrewer's home, he had passed away recently. His widow had wanted us to come over, bottle of beer, his last beer that he made. we have a bottle to share. There is a story behind this. I may or may not have screwed up the carbonation. We went over there, we bottled it, but she also gave us another big bottle of a different beer that he made. And I hope I got them right, but I may have mixed them up. So we'll open the one, and if it doesn't taste good, we'll open the other. We're gonna do that at the end of the night.
Do you want to do the memorial pour as well?
All right, guys, we're gonna open up the bottle from the homebrewer that passed away, that Chris and Ned and I went to help out his widow.
Fallen soldier.
Maybe I'll have it.
It's an American brown. We tasted it as we were filling it. It seemed pretty good.
Yep.
So we're gonna open this. Like I said, hopefully this is the right bottle. If not, we'll open the other bottle.
Just give me a tiny.
Nice. That one has 8 monitor.
This is the
Cheers to this man. He did a good job.
Can I have a slight pour of the beer?
A moment of silence for this.
Can I have a slight pour of the beer?
A moment of silence.